The iconic off-roader celebrates the 45th anniversary, and the German carmaker prepared something really special for that occasion. The G-Wagon is ready to enter the new age because the all-electric version is here, as stylish and as capable. Will it be able to fill the shoes of the ICE version? It's hard to say at the moment, but it definitely has some pretty amazing things to offer. So without further ado, let's check some of the most interesting features of the new 2025 Mercedes G-Glass G580, the electrified G-Wagon. Of course, let's start with the overall design and dimensions of the new all-electric G-Class. The first thing you'll notice is that there are no significant differences compared to the gas-powered version. The legendary boxy shape is still there, along with an upright body, massive wheel arches, and other signature details that have been characterizing this off-roader for more than 4 decades. However, the German carmaker did make some revisions, so the hood now sits a little bit higher, while the rear arches feature a small vent to improve aerodynamics and extend the maximum range. On the other hand, the new face utilizes trademark details like circular headlights, which are now housed within an optional full-width black trim with LED outlines in the shape, as well as 2 slots within the grille. As for the rear end of the vehicles, probably the only thing you're going to notice is a new spare tire holder, which is rather square than circular and can serve as a quite handy storage compartment where owners can hold things like a charging cable, tools, snow chains, etc. The all-electric G-Class features the same 113.8-inch wheelbase as the gas-powered model, but on the other hand, it's 182 inches long, which would be 8 inches shorter than the ICE counterpart. Things like width and track width are the same, while the all-electric version is slightly taller. As for the curb weight, details for the US market model are still unavailable, but we presume things won't be significantly different compared to the version for the European market, which is good for about 6,800 pounds. In other words, the batteries add around 1,250 pounds to the overall weight, which is a lot. Although most G-Wagon owners rarely go off the asphalt, the new all-electric version sticks to its roots and puts a heavy focus on off-road performance. And for that reason, 4-wheel drive is part of the standard equipment. Normally, this would mean a couple of electric motors, one on each axle, but in this case, there are 4 of them. This is the first Mercedes-Benz with individual 4-wheel drive, with 1 electric motor for each wheel. And each electric motor puts out around 145 horsepower, so the company claims a combined output of 579 horsepower and 859 pound-feet of torque. That's plenty of power, even though it's not exactly on par with the GMC Hummer or Cybertruck. But it's enough for a 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds and a top speed of around 112 miles per hour. As for the battery life, this version will come equipped with a 116 kilowatt-hour pack, which will ensure up to 240 miles on a single charge. Considering the model's size and weight, that seems quite good. The capacity won't be the only strength. The electric G-Class is based on Mercedes' latest battery technology on an 800-volt architecture that provides the charging speed of up to 200 kilowatts with a DC fast charge. In practice, this means that charging from 10 to 80% should be done in about half an hour. For now, the all-electric G-Class will use a regular lithium-ion battery, but let's not forget that a few years ago, the German carmaker also announced new technology. The new pack would come with a silicon anode chemistry that should happen already in a year or 2. According to the officials, the new technology will bring a 20 to 40% improvement in terms of energy density, so it's expected to have a significant impact on the max range and overall battery performance. As we've just mentioned, just like its gas-powered counterparts, the all-electric G-Class will offer exceptional off-road performance. First of all, there's the aforementioned setup of 4 electric motors, where every wheel can be individually controlled in terms of torque and power delivery, which ensures strong performance no matter how many wheels actually have traction. Then, there's low-range gearing, another quintessential off-road tool, as well as the unique G-steering feature, which spins front and rear wheels in the opposite direction, making this off-roader rotate around its own axis. With its relatively short wheelbase and short overhangs, the G-Class features strong off-road potential, starting from a respectable 32-degree approach, 30.7-degree departure, and 20.3-degree breakover angle. All that is complemented by a ground clearance of 9.8 inches, while it's also worth mentioning that, just like the gas-powered version, the all-electric G-Wagon features adaptive dampers, so it can super easily adapt to various driving conditions. Speaking of the suspension setup, just like the gas-powered model, the electric version features an independent front suspension and a solid axle on the rear end, which proved to be one of the most effective combinations when it comes to blending off-road performance and on-road comfort. Speaking of adapting to different surfaces and weather conditions, the all-electric G-Class comes with a broad range of drive modes. On the street, you can choose between comfort, sport, and individual, while trail and rock modes are great tools for off-road use. There's also the so-called transparent bonnet, which is a camera-based system that shows surrounding obstacles and suggests the best route around them. Another thing worth mentioning is that the battery is protected from water and dirt thanks to a twist-resistant casing, while the whole underbody is protected with a skid plate made of a special kind of carbon-reinforced plastic, for which the company claims is more rigid than any steel or aluminum skid plate that's typically used in off-road vehicles. On top of that, this material is lighter than steel and won't corrode. Typically for a modern-day G-Class, the cabin of the all-electric version is all about luxury. The whole interior is characterized by high-end finishing, while Napa leather upholstery is part of the standard equipment. Once again, the dashboard is our favorite part of the cabin, with its upright and tall design, with minimal space between the steering wheel and windshield, which is great in terms of visibility, especially when off-roading. Also standard is the adjustable ambient lighting, while you can also opt for a couple of high-end convenience features such as massaging seats and adjustable side bolsters. Typically for the G-Class, the rear seats aren't particularly spacious, but it's similar to direct rivals such as the Land Rover Defender, for example. And, as we already mentioned, the all-electric version is notably shorter despite the same wheelbase, which clearly translates to less cargo space. Compared to the gas-powered model, which offers slightly under 39 cubic feet, this one is good for no more than 19.6 cubic feet behind the second row. Of course, leather upholstery and a few convenience goodies aren't the only things that come with this luxurious off-roader. The G-Class, as usual, is stacked with modern tech features, starting from a 12.3-inch infotainment screen that comes with the company's latest version of the MBUX system, along with the well-known "Hey Mercedes" voice recognition that doesn't require that phrase for some of the functions to be engaged anymore. Smartphone integration, such as Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, are there too, while we particularly like MBUX's augmented reality navigation that superimposes directions on the camera images in real time and even highlights traffic signal colors. In terms of optional features and upgrades, there are so many things to choose, starting from goodies like temperature-controlled cup holders, wireless charging, rear seat entertainment system, keyless entry, dash cam, and premium Burmester sound system. The all-electric G-Class already debuted in Europe, while the US launch is expected pretty soon. From what we know so far, the first model to come will be simply called Edition 1, and it will come with a couple of exclusive features. For example, it will be available only in 5 color options, such as South Sea Blue Magno, Obsidian Black Metallic, Opalite White Magno, Opalite White Bright, and Classic Gray Solid. Furthermore, this special edition will be characterized by special blue trim, blue brake calipers, a body color cargo box, a special projection light message when you open the door which says "Stronger Than Time," and a few more optional upgrades such as 4-louver radiator grille, black gloss, tinted lights, etc. And typically for the G-Class, the Edition 1 won't be cheap, as the estimated starting price is $180,000. What do you think about the new all-electric G-Class? Could this be an adequate successor to the ultimate off-roader? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.